Hey everyone, today in this video we'll learn database driven face recognition using Python. Here we'll store the username and user image name in the database, but the actual image will be stored on our local storage. First we'll get through what is database and we'll be using PostgreSQL database for face recognition. Then we'll continue with the demo. So what actually is database? A database is a collection of information that is organized so that it can be easily accessed, managed and updated using database management system. Here the digital information is well organized with the help of columns and rows and are indexed to access relevant information easily. Next, PostgreSQL is a free and open source relational database management system. This is the most recommended database when working with Python web development. PostgreSQL also supports and features ACID properties, that is atomicity, consistency, isolation, durability, which are set of data transaction. Next, move on to face recognition. Face recognition is one of the main wonders that AI research has brought forward to the world. A lot of it is available in the open source as well. One such Python library is face recognition. Face recognition technology is one of several biometric tools used for person identification and verification. It is mainly a monitoring and security technology designed to facilitate access used by governments, law enforcement agencies and commerce, etc. Quickly, let's move on to the demo. This is my PostgreSQL database. I have created a table called users where I have inserted the username and user image name into it. Let's run this. As you can see, these are the username and the user image names. Now let's move on to coding. For coding, I'm using PyCharm. Let's create an config file. I'll name it as config. Here we will store our database credentials like our database name, username and password. Let's create an Python file. I'll name it as face recognition. We need to install these libraries and import them, that is face recognition, OpenCV, and this is the library for PostgreSQL and the config file which we just created. This is our live video capture. This is the connection to the database where this is the database name, this is the username and this is the password which we have created in the config file. This will create an cursor. This is the select query to retrieve all the data from the users table. This will return the name and the image name from the users table and store all the data from the database in these rows. We'll create two empty lists called known face names and known face encodings. I have stored all the known images in my folder called images. You can see this. Here are all the images. Here we'll iterate this list where R will have the username and the user image name. Here R of 1 is the user image name and R of 0 is the user name. We'll pass the user image name as an parameter to the face recognition.load image file where it loads the image file. We'll pass the loaded image file to an function called face recognition.face encodings of, which will encode the faces present in the loaded file. Later the face encodings will append to a list called known face encodings which we have created here. Later we'll append the user name to a list called known face names which we have created here. This is the code for face recognition. This will read the frame from the video capture. This will encode the face from the live video. Here the face recognition.compare faces of will compare the known face encodings list with the face encoding which is the encoding of the face in the live video. We'll initialize name as random person initially. This face recognition.compare faces will return an boolean value. If the matches is true, then it will enter this if condition where it changes the name to the known name. This will create a rectangle around the face. This is used to print the known face name on the live video. If matches is false, then it will print as random person was here. This is used to invoke the IamShow function. This condition is used to break the infinite loop by pressing Q. Now let's run this.
You can see that it is able to recognize.
Thank you for watching. For more details, you can check out my article and GitHub. The link is provided in the description below.